Hey everybody, welcome to live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 8th of September and we are in New York session over here. So yeah, this was the trade running right now, and this trade was took before the streams, and I have managed the risk here. I took the trade at this point when 15-minute candle over here. When 15-minute candle broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle, and this candle closed bearish, creating a resistance over here. I was anticipating for the price to move all the way down to test this low over here, because the market is creating lower lows and lower highs. So that was the idea behind this trade. But what happened is the market now, when I took the trade, the market just starts to go up over here. So I managed the risk really well in this trade. So basically in this kind of trade, everything was correct. The market was okay, but the probability was not there. There is no reason why market didn't went down, because it has to go down, because every time it makes a low, it retest that low. So it has to go down, but it didn't. So it is what it is. We cannot really do anything about that. So I'm gonna give my trade a second chance. Maybe once the price breaks below 151.600, but I'm not sure about that right now, because I was planning to give my trade a second chance. Uh, just hold on. Yeah, yeah. I was planning to give my trade a second chance once this 1 hour candle breaks its own low. But the problem is 1 hour candle is now just having 15 minutes left to close. So I'm gonna wait for the current 1 hour candle to close first, and then I'm gonna execute the trade in the next 1 hour candle. So if the next 1 hour candle breaks the low of this 1 hour candle, maybe then I'm gonna execute the trade. But not sure about that. So I'm gonna see how will I manage the risk. Oh, sorry, how will I take this trade second time? So right now market is coming down again. Maybe this was a retracement, but let's see. So 15-minute candle here, this current 15-minute candle broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle. Now it has to go down, but if in case it break its own high, I'm gonna close another half of the position. I have closed almost 90% of the trade. Sorry, not 90, 85, 80% of the trade. So now few percentage is remaining, so I'm going to manage the risk in that also. So if the candle starts to break its own high, I'm going to close half of the position again. You know, because when I looked at this candle over here, when it closed bearish, I saw a huge rejection inside this candle. Look at this. And before this candle there was another rejection happened, and that happened on this support over here, which become the resistance, right? So that's why I was so sure. That's why I took this trade over here, but it really flipped up. So in these kind of cases you really cannot do anything. Okay, I have closed half again. Okay, let's switch to 15 minutes over here and see. So the current 15-minute candle broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle here. Now it's going up, so it's about to break the high. So uh oh, it didn't. Okay, I have closed everything at this point. Everything. All right. Perfect. Okay, so let me just show you how I managed the risk. Okay, so this was the trade over here. I took this trade at this price once this candle broke the low over here. So I was anticipating for the price to move all the way down, retest this low again, but what happened is it went up. Okay, and my stops was above this previous candle's high. This was an impulse trade, but the stops was going under 11 pips, so I was okay with that. So that's why I gave my stops above the previous candle's high. So yeah, this was the trade over here. I closed 50% here in 5 pips, and again 50% in 7 pips. So I lost around 6 pips. Yeah, 6 7 pips in this trade. Okay, so let's see what the market is doing here. The market just went down, rejected this support over here. Now the current 4 candle moving up, but I think that this 4 candle should be flipping back and go down, because I think now sell trend will be coming. Maybe uh, it should be coming here, and this might be start going down from here, because this was just a retracement according to me. So really not sure what's gonna happen. Okay, so this was a support over here. This candle closed bullish, created a support. This candle broke the high, respected its low over here. Let's see where the market will be going. Let's remove everything from the graph and reanalyze it. Okay, so let's have a look at this point. So we have a clean range above this area, and then the range is really good, really good. So this can be the resistance over here. Okay, so 30-minute candle here is having 7 minutes left to close. Let's have a look at the 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not clean over here, but 30 minutes is good. So I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute candle to close, and then I'm gonna execute the trade. So the targets will be around I think this should be a very easy target. Yeah, the range is good, and buys again. Next setup will be this. So here, if it really wants to go up, then let's have a look in the 4 hour and try to understand how this will be looking in the 4 hour. Okay, so this was coming down, created a high, this was another high, took support, rejected, came back down. Okay, it can really go up, I think. Yeah, but the thing is, I really want this candle to do something good so that we can take the trade in the next candle. So now we are anticipating for the next 30-minute candle to move all the way up, right? So let's see if it can really go or not. I think it can. Okay, so it's breaking, it's at the resistance over here. Now let's see if it can really go up or not. Okay, it's breaking the resistance right now. Let's see if it can stay above 151.760. Hello PS Gore, how are you? And now there will be no cells, but there can be, I think. Let's have a look. I think cells can be below this area. So if I take this as a symmetry, then this move going up is this move coming down. But the angle is now tilted. That means the market can go up to this level over here. Let's see how accurate it's gonna get. So the 1 hour candle is also about to close. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is closing like this. So how I'm gonna execute the next trade over here? So I want the next candle to create a lower wick and then break the high over here to execute the trade. But I'm gonna be very careful at this wick. So if the market starts to reject this wick and starts to go back down to my entry level, I'm gonna close 50% of the trade, because at that point it can really reject the area and starts to go down. And right now also it's rejecting this area. Now this will be interesting to see where the market will be closing, because if it closes above 151.760, then that would be great. 30 seconds remaining. It's about to break the high in the first minute. I'm not gonna enter the trade because it's breaking the high in the first minute of the candle starts. So I'm gonna wait here. It just broke the high. Now it can go up, but I'm not entering this trade right now because it just broke the high in the first minute, so it can reject this area and starts to go down again. So I'm gonna wait here. If anybody entered this trade, just be careful with this wick. I'm not in this trade right now. I'm gonna wait here because it just broke the high in the first minute. That means the chances of going down is slightly high. If it was something like it created a lower wick and then it's breaking this high, then that was a extremely nice setup. Just make sure that if the market starts to reject this wick and you're in this trade, then make sure that you just close everything or half when the price comes down to this level. But if the market breaks this high over here, then it's absolutely fine if you hold the trade for this price over here. Hello courses or hello courses all video more informative, and please make a video of course holder in that how to take more advantage and how to grow your skill through this course. PS Gore, I am not understanding what you are trying to say here. Can you please explain your point? Okay guys, so this candle over here is about to break the high over here. I really want to execute a trade because this candle is now breaking, it will break the high, might be, but I'm not gonna execute that trade because the market is coming up from a very odd position, like from here it's going up. So if I would have just took the trade, then this should be the point, this should be the point over here. Now taking a trade here is late, right? Because I was really thinking that this broke the high in the first few minutes, so it will be coming back, but you never know that it will reject this area over here, because if you look at the left, then you have this candle which went all the way up and rejected this area and closed back with a huge rejection. So we know that this area is a huge rejection area. So the current candle also, which broke the high in the first few minutes, can also reject this area, break its own low and starts to go down. So that can also be the case. So let's see how things will be going. Okay, PS Core, I have read your point once again. I think you are trying to say that I should be making a video for the course holders who are holding the course here, who have bought the course, and tell them how you can grow your skill with the course. I think you are trying to say this. Look, PS Gore, course will give you a guidance, a path, proper knowledge of what I do in this market, what strategy I use, how I trade. And the main thing is that the more you will practice, the more you will see that every day, once when you practice and when you end up your trading session, or when you end up your trading day, you will you will see yourself as a grown person, because you have practiced those things again and again in the real market, right? So the main thing is, if you get disciplined, if you have discipline inside you, if you can hold your hands that you will not take a third trade, that you will never take a third trade except one and second trade, and that one and second trade, first and second trade, is independent trade, like no, those two trades are not dependent or not related to each other, or for and should not be taken to fill the losses from the previous trades, right? So those trades should be independent. You should be disciplined, right? That if you took one trade, two trades, and so after one or two trades you won't be taking a third trade, right? So if I talk about the discipline over here, then from the last Monday till today, today was the fourth trade I took. If you calculate the days, last week, right, 5 days and 2 days, yeah. In the past 7 working days, I just took 4 trades, only 4 trades. Why? Because I am really so much disciplined that if I don't see a quality setup, I don't enter the market, even though how tempting that setups look like. Like if you, for example, when this candle broke this high over here, this setup was looking really tempting. Why? Because we have this huge clean candle over here, but there are so many other things which I need to keep in my mind, that what if this candle reacts like the same this candle as it was to the left. So so I need to ask myself some questions. So you need to ask yourself, every course holder who has done the course should be asking himself a lot of questions every day, like, is there a proper range to trade? Uh, is uh, is my loss percentage for today has left so much that I can take another trade? If not, then just call it a day and come back tomorrow, right? Maybe you have just exhausted your limit for today, and you need to come back tomorrow because you cannot do anything. Because what people do is, when they lose a trade, they get emotional. They just get emotionally attached and aggressive and angry with the market. Just understand, if you will get angry with the market, if you will get aggressive with the market, then it will be only your loss. Because if you will earn money, if you will get profit, then it really doesn't matter with the market. Why? Because trillions of transactions have been done every day, and market doesn't care that you earn money today or you lose money today, because 99% of the people are losing money in these financial markets, right? So you should be getting discipline, and you can only tell yourself that, okay, this will be the last trade. Or you should be telling yourself, okay, there is no opportunity today, there is no opportunity today, so I need to take a rest and I need to call it a day, and I need to come back tomorrow and again see the market, and then you just go ahead with the flow. So just hold on, guys. So yeah, I think everything is out there in the course, and it totally depends upon the trader how he grabs the thing, right? Because if I am giving everything I do on the streams, and each and every software also which I use for the trading, so I don't think that there can be something more I can do. Okay, so look at this. Now it just broke the high over here, it's moving up. So if I took a trade at this point, then right now it's about 8.6 pips. Anytime it will be going to 10 pips. So look how tempting this setup was, but there was some problem in this setup, so couldn't take this trade. Yeah. Oh, the previous 15-minute candle here just closed with no wick on the top. That means there is no range for the current candle. But the thing is, if anybody took the trade over here, 151.760 level, then he will be getting his 10 pips soon. Because now you have the clean range to the left. Yeah, I think almost touched 10 pips. Yeah, 10 pips here touched, but I didn't took this trade, so now if shit should be going up to this level, I think, at least. But if the market trend is really up, then it will be going all the way up, breaking this high. So if anybody in this trade, then just make sure that if you are holding this trade, then just keep your stops at break even and let the trade run, because if this market from here starts to go up, then it won't be coming down again soon. So it will be breaking this high, it will be tapping this area. This area is coming here first. Yeah, but this is a low volume area, so market has to gain some volume and starts to go up from this area. Yeah, it's entering again inside this region over here. Yeah, 4-hour candle is also moving all the way up. Alright, so this 15-minute candle here just closed again back in the range. That means the 30-minute candle also coming all the way down. And the thing is, now market is coming down again by giving rejections, right? So if I look at the 1 hour, then now 1 hour, if the 1 hour, this current 1 hour candle just broke the low of the previous 1 hour candle, respected the high of the previous 1 hour candle, now heading towards down, right? So if the 1 hour candle want to go all the way down to this level over here, which is 23-24 pips away from the current level, then it needs the smaller time frame candles like 30 minutes or 15 minutes to create upper wick, respect the low, respect the high of the previous candle, and break the low of the current candle, and should be continue moving down. Plus, there's this New York Open volume time is running right now, so I think with volume it can really push down. Well, let's see how this will be going, because right now the 15-minute candle closed below this area. The current 15-minute candle is trying to go down also, but 15-minute time frame is quite messy, so I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute candle here to close, and after that I'm gonna execute a trade, because right now this is half of the current 1 hour candle running right now in the 30 minutes. So the next 30-minute candle, if the next 30-minute candle respects this high, breaks this low over here, and with volume, if it breaks these low over here, then it can really push down, and finally it will be filling the wick and continue moving down. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour also, by looking at the 4 hour, it's rejecting this area over here and coming all the way down. But the current 4 hour candle over here is having only 40 minutes left to close, so we should be very careful about this now. And I think, yeah, it should be continue moving down from here. So I'm gonna wait for the current 30-minute candle to close first, and then I'm gonna execute a trade. Hello, Huda Express. How are you? Uh, yeah, I'm here. Yes, I took the trade today, but it was a losing trade. Let me show you where and why I took that trade. So what happened was, when the market was moving down over here, it created a low. It went up from here. Then we got a bearish candle in the 15 minute. This candle was at this resistance over here. So so the market created a low, candle closed bearish in my direction. So I thought that if the next candle breaks the low, I'm gonna execute the trade, in anticipating that the price will be moving all the way down to test this low again, right? But and market did break the low. I executed the trade. I kept stops above this high over here, but the market just flipped up. So I managed the risk and I lost around 6 pips in that trade. So the stop loss was around 11 pips and I lost only 6 pips. So I managed the rest. So I'm here searching for another opportunity to give my trade a second chance. But right now nothing in the market is happening. The second opportunity could be this opportunity over here, but here this candle break the high in the first minute. So there was a very high chance that the market could have just reversed back and break its own low and starts to go down. So I did not took this trade over here. If I would have just took this trade, it went really well. It went up almost 13 pips. Now it will be interesting to see where the market will be going actually. Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, okay. Perfect. So, yeah, I took the trade today, and this was the trade over here. When in 15 minutes, when this candle closed bearish, market created a low. So I was anticipating that the market will be testing its low again. When this 15-minute candle broke the low, I took the trade. I kept my stop loss above the previous 15-minute high. That was an impulse trade. So the stops was falling under 11 pips, so I took the trade because I was comfortable in those stops. So I managed that trade because it went all the way up in the opposite way. So I lost around 6 pips in this trade, where I would have just lost 11 pips, right? So I managed the risk over here, and now I'm looking for another opportunity in the market to happen so that I can take the trade. So it would be interesting to see how the next 4-hour candle will be moving. because the next 4-hour candle should move down, because now the market was moving up, now it's moving sideways. Now now the angle of the market is changing to the downwards, right? So this can be a retracement, and now market can really go down from here. So that's what I can say here, but let's see how actually it will be moving. Yeah, I'll just show you how I managed that trade. So this was a trade over here. This was a 40 cent trade, and in 40 cent I lost around 25 pips, $25. So I closed half 50% when I think when that candle, when this candle broke its own high. So I closed half at that point, and rest I closed in around 7 pips, 6 pips, 5 pips. Yeah. Because everything was perfect, it's just that there was no probability in the market to go down. But keep in mind, today there is a high impact news. Okay, price may range. High impact news. Let's check that out, because I didn't saw any news. Okay, so what was the news you're talking about? There is no news. The market is clean today. There is no news here. Okay, let's have a look at the 1 hour. So 1 hour candle is now having 8 minutes left to close. So I want to see where it will be closing. So 30-minute will be closing like this. If that happens and the next candle breaks this low over here, then I think that will be the point where we can take the trade. But the thing is, the problem is that the 4-hour candle, yeah, the 4-hour candle over here should create upper wick and then go down to break the low. Means the next candle next 30-minute candle should go up, test somewhere around this high over here, and then should go down. And there's one more thing over here, that if this candle closes here, then this will be a some kind of a fake out also. So let's see. I'll keep an eye on this and I'll see how this will be moving, because now what can happen is the market can reject this area and this current 1 hour candle can just retrace back all the way up and close like a weak bearish candle. So that can also happen here. Let's see how this will be going. But there is no news here on this website. Let me just check the Forex factory. Okay, so today is 8th. Oh, 8:30 p.m. Yeah, but I think, just hold on, let me just check this. 7:30 is, we have with this CAD news. Okay, so the time is Indian time right now. Yeah, perfect. So Huda Express, the thing is, the GBP news is a little bit late, so we won't be trading at that time, right? So I'm just gonna wait for the NYSE open, and after that I'm gonna call it a day. So it's absolutely fine if the news is coming also, and in case the market ranges, then it's absolutely fine. I won't be taking any trade. Look, this 4-hour candle rejected this price exactly like this candle over here. But this candle is retracing back up. 3 minutes left. So if the current 1-hour candle closes above this trend line over here, then it can go up. But if it closes below this trend line over here, then it can go down. Yeah. If this 4-hour closes here and the next 4-hour breaks out of that, breaks the low, okay, think you can cash 10 pips out of that, and NYSE open volume will push the price. I took 2 trades in London session. I closed first one in just 4 pips. It was impulse entry. It took another trade after that candle and lost 7 pips. Okay. So if you can send me a chart where it's labeled that where you took the trade and how you managed the risk, then it would be really great. Both trades hit their TP. Okay, but I couldn't hold. The thing is, Huda Express, what happens is when we enter a trade, suddenly sometimes we feel lack of confidence in our analysis, right? So as you are telling me that you took two trades, so when you lost your first trade in minus 4 pips, you closed that trade. Plus, you are also saying that they went in 10 pips profit after you closed the trade. So by hearing out your statement here, I can say that there was a lack of confidence in. Oh damn! What the hell is happening? Hello, can you hear me, guys? Hello. Why this is happening? Okay. Hello. Jules can hear me. Everything is perfectly working perfect, Huda Express, because I can also hear myself. So check the volume or. So the thing is, just hold on, guys. Yeah, I was telling you that by hearing out your statement, I can say that there was a lack of confidence when you took those trades, and because of that lack of confidence, you closed the trades early and you booked the losses. Okay, guys, so it's about breaking the low over here. I will be taking this trade, I think. Let me just check. Okay, so it gave us rejection over here, coming back down, rejected this price as well. So if it breaks the low, may fill the wick and finally move down. Okay, so this move up, consolidation, then this move down, same thing, and this move coming down was this move going up. So that means it can really go up to this level. But what if it break the low over here? So yeah, Huda Express, I can just say that when you take the trade, just put your trust and confidence in your trade, and If you get a chance, then just close your trade 50%. Do not close entire position, just close some percentage of the position, so that you will still be in trade. So if you did that, then you would have just I think break even your profit and losses at that time, and that will give you more confidence. But you did closed early, so now it's giving you some pain, and tomorrow when you will take another trade, this will create some problem. So always remember that, just close some position, some partials from your trade, and let the rest run. Okay, so I'm anticipating that this can close bullish. And yeah, this 30-minute candle closed bullish, a weak bullish. And if this current 30-minute candle respect this low high over here and breaks the low of the previous 30-minute candle, then I think that will be a good idea to execute a sell trade, because we have a wick to fill over here. So, and once we break below this wick with volume, it can really push down to this level. The range is less, I know, but the thing is, the chances of going down is really high. So that's what I think gonna happen, because also this candle closed back inside this range. That means this becomes a fake out. So if this becomes a fake out, we are creating a resistance over here, then the chances of going down is really high. So I think I'm gonna execute this trade, and this will be the last trade for today. So yeah. Okay. First trade I closed 50%, 6 pips, and then closed 5 again, total secured. Okay. Yeah, you're doing good then. Okay, it's about to break the low. I took the trade over here. I took another sell entry at this point. I have kept my stops at high of the previous 30-minute candle, and I am anticipating for the price to move all the way down. Now it's creating lower lows and lower highs, and by looking at this, the current 30-minute candle broke the low of the previous 30-minute candle, and it did not broke the low in the first few minutes. So I can really trust this analysis, and I think first it will be filling this wick, and once it breaks below this wick over here, then it should be continue moving all the way down to this level and further down maybe. Plus, if this is a fake out over here, then it should be moving all the way down. I mismanaged the first one and I took a second trade at the break of the last 30-minute candle. I got 6 pips drawdown, all about, then close another 60% close. Okay. What I'm gonna do is, if the current 30-minute candle break its own high, I'm gonna close 50% of the trade, because I'm now, once it breaks this low, I'm not anticipating this current candle to flip back and break its own high. If this candle flips back and break its own high, I'm gonna close 50% trade in loss to manage the risk and let the trade run. That's it. Yeah, I really think that with volume it can push down to at least 27 pips, but need a lot of volume here. Sorry. Because here this 1 hour candle and the previous 1 hour candle created a fake out. Your SL is 9 pips and you will close 50% when the current candle breaks its own high. That is 6 pips. Yes, that's true. Because we need to give our trade some room also to, to just float a little bit. Because if you don't give your trade some room to float, then you will end up losing more. So I'm really anticipating this candle to push down with volume, break its own low, and starts to push more down. Because the thing is, here in 1 hour, once this low gets broke, that means the current 1 hour candle will be breaking the low of the previous 1 hour candle, which will support our analysis here. But the thing is, first we need this candle to push down. Okay, so basically you don't give room to your trades. Okay, so it's coming down now. I'm in 2.4 pips of profit running right now. So let's see if it can break this low or not. Because this low is something which I want this candle to break. Oh, 15-minute candle here closed with no wick on the bottom. That's not good. Okay, so 1 hour just break the low of the previous 1 hour candle. So I think we can trust the bigger time frames over here. So with volume, it can really push down. So I have touched 4 pips over here. Yeah, 30-minute also broke the low. I'm in 5.3 pips of profit here. This is the trade running right now. Yeah, I think it should be moving all the way down to this level now. But the thing is, 15-minute candle just created some problem for us. I don't like this candle at all. But still I'm trusting the volume over here, and I think with volume it will test its own low and finally fill this wick over here. The thing is, still got 14 minutes left here for the candle to close, right? For the volume time, and 15-minute candle is having still 13 minutes left. So in those 13 minutes, it can really play its game. So that's the problem. Okay, let's check out this thing over here. If it can maintain its price below this level over here, then that will be really great. It will push down with volume, I think. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, it's going down now. Let's have a look at the 15 minutes first. Okay, so 6.3 pips touched over here. So what I'm gonna do is, if it goes back to the entry point, I'm gonna close 50% of the trade at break even, and I'm gonna let the 50% run. Now I'm really trusting the volume to push the price really down. Okay, 7.5 pips touched here. Nice. Now it should be coming all the way down to this level. No, I'm not gonna secure 9 pips. I'm gonna secure more than 10 pips. If it does not, yeah, I'll wait for 10 pips at least. And I am gonna secure, I think, 80-90% at 10 pips, and I'll let the rest of the trade run. But first of all, it really needs to go to that way because I cannot trust 15-minute candle here. When a candle closes with no wicks, it really pisses me off because I know what can happen. Okay, so let's have a look at the 4 hour. Maybe 4 hour will give me something. Okay, so this 4 hour candle has gone all the way down to at least 70-80% of the previous candle, and I think if it continue with volume, then it can really go more down once it breaks this low. So there will be more fun to hold this trade. Okay. So now I'm gonna shift the stops at high of the current candle, which is 151,790, Yeah, I'm gonna close 50% once it comes back to my entry level. Okay, 8 pips touched at this level. Come on, man. This is a very strong level, guys. But once it breaks below this level, it's gone to this level over here. So this will give us around 18, 19 pips. Hmm. I just want this 30-minute candle to close below this areas over here, these two levels over here. If it does that, then it will be really great to hold this trade for much longer. Now it's rejecting. Look here, 15-minute candle is now retracing back. See, that's what I was telling. Yeah, it can go up. Okay, it just broke its own high here. I'm ready to close 50%. So once it gets back to the entry level, I'm gonna close 50%. So it's coming back again, running in 2 pips of profit now. Five minutes left for the current 30-minute candle to close. So I just want this candle to remain below this level for the next 5 minutes, because if this candle closes back here, around here, a strong bearish candle, then we can really hold this trade. but right now it's not good. I really want this candle to close somewhere around here, a strong bearish candle, so that when the NYC volume comes in, it pushed the price more down. Okay, it's getting closer to the break-even level over here. Yeah, it's getting closer. Yeah, I understand your concern, Huda Express. The thing is, just trust your analysis. Look, nothing is getting on the charts out of the box, right? You have seen everything every day, and it's just that when these kind of scenario happens, like the 15-minute candle I'm telling you, like these kind of scenarios happens all the time, right? But when you see this thing happening again and again and again, you will know what's gonna happen, because you have seen those things happening all the time here at the charts, right? So it's just that you need to trust your analysis, and you should be closing, or you should be adding positions. You should be doing everything exactly to the point, right? Like this candle still didn't touched the break even price, so I'm waiting. So once it touched my break even price, I'm gonna close half, but before that I'm not gonna close anything, because now look, it went up, rejected that price over here, now it's coming back down again. So there is a very high chance that at the end of at the end of this 30-minute candle, the current 30-minute candle will be closing around here. If not, then it will be going up, and if it goes up, I'm gonna manage my risk. That's not an issue. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for both of the things. If it closes here, I'm ready to hold the trade. If it closes around at break even, then for that also I'm ready. So now we got 1 minute left here for the current 30-minute candle to close. Let's just hope that this will be pushing more down at the New York Stock Exchange open volume. Really need this candle to close a strong bearish candle so that I can hold this trade. Okay, it's pushing up. So running around at 2 pips right now. Now 30 seconds remaining. Let's see how this will be going. So this candle is about to close a weak bearish candle, and the next candle can really move up. I have closed 50% here. Okay, I think it can really reject these areas. NYC volume is coming in. So the previous 15-minute candle also closed with no wick on the top. That means there is no buying pressure in the market. And let's see if NYSE volume can push the price down or not, because it's coming down with no wick on the top also. So with NYSE volume, this candle can fill this wick over here and finally move further down. But I really don't like the way 30-minute candle here closed. Okay, so guys, I'm keeping my stops at break even now, because now I'm not anticipating the price to move up. If it moves up, then it's okay. I'll be closing this at break even, because I don't like the way the previous 30-minute candle closed. So with rejection here like the previous candle has, it can really move up. So I will be okay to not making money in this trade. But if we get a volume push, then it will be moving all the way down once it breaks this low over here. The reason is no, I have kept the trade open, but I am making the stops at break even. The reason is the previous candle went down, rejected these prices over here, right? So the same thing can happen here also. Let me check this volume. Okay, so look, the previous 30-minute candle here also rejected this area, and there is a very high chance that the current candle can also move all the way up by rejecting this price. Okay, 6.9 pips over here, 7 pips touched. So now, yeah, it broke the low, 8.4 pips right now, 8.7. This is the trade running over here. I'll keep this trade open. I won't be closing this trade if I have a close below this area. So now it also tapped the same price level over here. Now if it rejects this price level and go back up, then it will be really good thing to close everything at break even, because now we are anticipating for the price to move all the way down, not up. Let's see how this will be going. Actually, the 15-minute candle also broke the low of the previous candle. 30-minute candle also broke the low of the previous 30-minute candle. And this is volume time also, so it can continue pushing down. So finally 9 pips also touched here. We're using indicator, this one over here. I don't know, it's a moving average type of indicator. I don't use this actually in my analysis. I use only naked graph. I want this 1 hour candle to push all the way with volume. If that happens, then it will be going down to 150. Oh, again, rejection. I have some rejection over here. Over here. Okay, so guys, if it goes back to the entry point, closing at break even. If it starts to go down, then this will be an open trade. So here, take care everybody. Have a great day. Let's meet tomorrow.